Tribe, hashtag It's Your Move. And along with these other ladies here today, these other STAR directors, we are the STAR Effect, and we are so pumped to have our teams here to join us. We're this small group, this collective of people who are just really excited to grow our business, and we're excited to help our teams grow the business too. And we wanted to put together something for you guys to really embrace the magic of this season and help make it the best that it can possibly be. And with our collective knowledge, we've got, a couple things to share with you. So, like I said, my name is Ariel, and I'm starting off with mindset. Mindset is probably the most important thing that you can have going into anything, but specifically, we're going to talk about Scentsy, right? So when you have your mindset in the right place, when you have that growth mindset, the I can do it, I'm going to do it mindset, it means that your business is going to succeed because that's what you're telling yourself, right? Whether you can or you can't. What's the saying? Nope, that wasn't it. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Right? Does everybody know that saying? Can I get some interaction, some head nods? Yes, thank you guys. Thank you. Kelly, I saw that vigorous nod. Appreciate that. So when it comes to intentions and setting yourself up for success, mindset is everything, but you also need to make sure that you don't just think about it, that you actually put processes and systems into place. And that's what we're going to go over. So intentions are really where it's going to be the catalyst to make those actions happen. So what I want you guys to think about as you're listening to these other gals talking and training and doing all the things, I want you to write notes. I want you to think of some things that you're going to take away. And I don't want you to think that you can do everything, okay? Because our mindset is I can do this, but we cannot do everything. So keep yourself in check. I know we get really excited with new ideas, but I want you to be realistic and think of the things that you can actually do. Maybe take 3 action items that you can take away and set yourself up for success. We are about to embark on the coolest, busiest month of our Scentsy season. In my personal opinion, October is the best month. It's also my birthday month. Just gonna throw that out there. But I love October, and it is, I don't know if you guys can feel the magic of Scentsy, but like I get goosebumps thinking about October and the things that are coming up. And so I'm using that energy to set my intentions, to make lists of what I am going to make happen this month. Now, whether you're collecting pre-sale orders, whether you're making sure your people know about the holiday collection, the villains warmers, the buddies that are coming out, whether they have NFL pre-orders that they need to finish doing their order on, make sure your customers know, make sure you're engaged, and that's gonna set you up for success along with these other tools and tips and tricks that are being shared. So I'm going to introduce Sharon. Like I said, she's kind of our moderator tonight, and she's super rad, and I'm so excited to introduce you to Sharon.
I'm muted right now. It's such a good thing that I'm the moderator, right? So thank you all so very much for being here tonight. So we're going to start out with expanding networks. Then we're going to move to front loading and pre-orders and VIP group sales, party, Scentsy Club, and personal specials. So just like Ariel mentioned, you guys grab your pen, grab your paper, and let's get started. And our next speaker is going to be Fallon Alley, and then she is going to be talking about expanding our networks. So Fallon, I'm going to go ahead and spotlight you and take it away, my dear.
Boom. Awesome. Okay. Sorry for the amazing lighting right now. I was going to be in front of my car, but that's probably not great. My name is Fallon Alley, and I'm a STAR director, as we all are, running this for you guys. And I'm a military spouse, so I decided to tackle the expanding network category. I have had to do this once by moving my entire business to an entirely different coast, and completely change how I talk to people, how I get into people's minds, because when you first pack up everything and you get to another location, you don't necessarily want to jump into your business immediately the way that you would normally do it. So couple tidbits. First thing that I do is I write down and figure out what areas I'm in. You'd be surprised how many counties, cities, and other things are in your area. You may be in one specific city, but there are so many surrounding you that you need to make sure you have that list on hand. And the reason is because you're able to utilize community pages, sales pages, and also neighborhood pages that are all going to be in those cities and counties surrounding you. I say about 1 to 2 counties away is roughly where you want to be, because you don't want to go too far, so you don't have to deliver orders too far. But you're going to be writing down all of those cities so that you can find the community pages. Go onto Facebook, do some lists, and write down each page that you join. Find out when their business day is. Find out when you're allowed to post your business. And the other thing that I like to do is contact that admin and just get in their ear. Hey, I'm new here. I just wanted to put a bug in your ear and see if you knew about any events. Start finding out about the events in your counties and in your cities immediately, at the first second that you can. That's so important, because you're going to be able to utilize those as your booking thing, or as your booking people. The next thing to know is to make sure that you are able to go into, oh my goodness, I just lost my train of thought. It's okay. So what happens is, let me back up. So you go through groups, make sure you're tackling groups. My next thing that I always like to do is find somebody in your community. You'll know who they are. They know everyone. You're going to find one person that literally knows everyone. They're going to be the person that you want a latch onto. You want to contact them. You want to start asking them questions. They're going Uh-oh, can you guys see me?
Oh, there you go. All right, you're good now. Go ahead.
What did you last hear?
You're talking about latching onto somebody in the community that knows everybody.
Yes. Find the one. I like to call them the one, because they are going to be the person that knows everything that's going on in your city. Last but not least is you're going to go ahead and make sure anytime you're posting anything, instead of just putting a post that has your website, I want you to make sure you make it personal. Create a video of yourself. You can do it one time only if you want to. Make it less personal and less targeted. Like, hey, Samantha, instead of doing that, like, hey, I'm actually Fallon, your local Scentsy gal. I want you to create a probably 10 to 15 little snippet of what you are and what you do. Because when you go to comment on those posts in those groups, I want people to be able to make a connection to your face and start thinking of you as their local Scentsy girl. So those are my 3 best tips for when you first move, how to start expanding your network. Obviously, once you start meeting those people, the next step is going to be asking them to host parties, which leads us into our next lovely lady, which is Jessica V. She's going to talk to you guys a little bit about expanding your network as well.
All right, Jessica, you're spotlighted.
All righty. Let's see. Okay. All righty, guys. So yes, welcome. My name is Jessica Villarreal, and I'm Star Director for Team Achieve the Dream. And so expanding your network, just like Fallon talked about, I'm a numbers person, so I love to give like a little statistical thing to a lot of things, because I'm like, I want to know why I'm doing what I'm doing. So I want to share an incredible statistic that the amazing Becca Levi shared with me many moons ago, and it was something to think about. So 33.3% of your network is always going to be coming in. 33.3% of your network is going to become your host and your new team members. They're going to be actively working. And then you're going to have 33.3% of the people that are going to do absolutely nothing, and they're going to mosey on out of your network. So it is super important for you to always be filling that bucket, so to speak, your network with new people, because if not, your business will go stagnant and it will die. Just period. I mean, point blank, that is what will happen. So I want to talk to you about growth with online parties. It has been the biggest change in my business recently. So remember, we are a party plan business. I think a lot of people forget that. And you're gonna hear me say this several times tonight, and I want you to remember it. We have got to stop trying to chase the individual order. We have to stop. Like, we have to understand we're a party plan business, and that's the only way we can expand our network to work at the max level for us. Okay, so I want you to think about something. And again, I'm a numbers person. Okay, so I want you to think about 6 possible hosts, right? So you have 6 parties. Let's say you go and you do a booking list and you have 6 hosts ready to go. I want you to potentially think maybe 10 people that will attend the party, right? And then I want you to think about maybe you'll have 8 people that actually place an order, right? So 8 people times the 6 parties is going to yield you about 48 new customers that you did not have otherwise, like at all. You didn't have. So that is expanding your network like on a massive level. So those people will potentially plug into that circle I just talked about. You have to do a great job at knowing how to become the best Scentsy consultant possible on how to plug them into your circle from your online parties, right? So whether that's customers, hosts, referrals, new teamies, and just understand that every new person in your network does not have to equal a customer, okay? That does not have to mean it has to be a customer. So we have to stop chasing that individual order. And we have to ask for the party, right? So I want you, these are going to be my 3 tips on verbiage, because I think it's really, really important. People get so caught up on, I can't get anybody to host. So I want you to actively think about what I told you about, are you just chasing the individual order? And I want you to think about, let's say those 48 people that actually ordered from my party, right? Did I specifically, individually ask every single one of those people if they wanted to host a party? I probably didn't. Now I do. So I want you to think about, I'm going to give you just a couple of things. I don't want to overwhelm you, but I'm going to say first and foremost, I tell my team, and I actually told them this the other day, I don't want to hear it, like, you got to do a booking blitz. Like, whether you do it solo or you get your team involved, like, carve out time to stop with the excuses, sit down and say, you know what, let's do it as a team on a page or on whatever you utilize to connect with your team. Go hard for 30 minutes. I have this in my system to do this 5 times a week, Monday through Friday, 30 minutes on just recruiting, my mindset reverts to recruiting, but to hosting, join conversations. See, I keep on going to join, to host conversations, asking for a party. Okay. So, okay. One thing. So I'm just going to give you, and you can kind of tweak this, and I'm going to give you a pro tip here. Okay. So if you have a note section in your notes, in your phone, I want you to come up with your own verbiage, because I don't talk the way everyone else, talks or speaks, or the language that they use. I have booking text, right? So I can copy and paste. It's super easy. And then I can send this to each person when I'm closing their order. And these are 2 things that I say. So I try to say one, and I kind of keep it to someone who maybe I think, I don't know if they're really going to want to go full-blown party. So I'll say, girl, that is my word. Girl, that order is $75. Would you be interested in letting me show you how you can share a link with a few family and friends and get you $20 free and a half price item? Simple. I'm not giving them anything. I'm giving them our host breakdown for a $200 party. But I just said it in that verbiage. It is literally in my text message notes, copy and paste it, and I send it. Second one, if I know that person seems like they're a go-getter, they seem like they have a great network already, and they're doing all the things, this is what I'll say. Girl, that order is going to be a bomb. I can't wait for you to get your little garden. But let me ask you something. Have you ever thought about yourself hosting an online scent event? I would love to help you get $75 free and 3 half-price items. What do you think? Simple. I'm not giving them anything, but I'm telling them what our host breakdown is for a $500 party. So I hope that helps you guys. And that is what I got. I'm going to roll it on over to Tambra. She's going to talk about front loading.
All right, Tambra, you're on. Unmute yourself.
Okay, I think I did. Did I unmute myself?
You're
Yes,
good.
ma'am.
Hear me?
Yes,
Can you hear me? Okay,
I can.
great. I am Tambra Blackman, and I am the star director of All About Scents and Success, for some of you that may not know. I'm going to talk to you about a VIP page. My VIP page is exclusive. It's exclusive to customers only. So therefore, you've got to have some customers at first. So it's not something you're going to jump off and get the first month that you're selling, but by second month, you can definitely do that. But with your customers only, That means if Susan is one of your customers and she orders from you and she sees something on your VIP page and she says, you know what, my sister Teresa, she would love that. Can I add her to your VIP page and have her check that out? Your answer is, well, I appreciate that, but as soon as your sister puts in her first order, I'll be glad to add her to my VIP page. Some people have a problem with that and think that it sounds kind of strong right from the beginning, but believe me, it works. It works really well because people want to feel special. They want to feel like they're in the know or can get something that someone else might not can get, you know. So that is my talk, is about the VIP being exclusive. Another thing, the reason for it to be exclusive is I can host specials, and my page is private. So I host specials in there that I might not host that I'm definitely not going to show on my public page. I don't even share the same post with my public page that I share on my VIP page. My VIP page, my people will see things quicker than my public page. One of the reasons for this is, and I hear this excuse a lot, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you, everybody around here sells and somebody posts before me and does this and does that. Well, we can't control what people do and don't post. But for me, what I do, and I try to teach my team, try to encourage them to do this as well, is to have a VIP page where they do post. So just in case, just like the Christmas things that are coming up, just in case my 20 people that literally live within 20 miles, and I'm not exaggerating when I say that, I have 20 consultants that live within 20 miles of me. But just in case they haven't met their goal for the month and they're still wanting, to get an extra $30, an extra $40, they're waiting on just that to be active, or to get their 500 in, or they're trying to get a promotion. I don't want to mess that up. So therefore, I don't put any of that, and I try to encourage my team members not to put any of that on their public page, to do it only in a private page. So I don't use any flyers. I use pictures. No, they're not all my pictures, but they're pretty pictures. But I do not post flyers whatsoever. Very seldom will you ever see a flyer unless it's something that Disney that we can't really mess with anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Another thing is, a lot of people know all of us that live in the same area. So people they like to be able to privately shop, because what we have found is we have some ladies that might shop from me, then they turn around and they'll shop from another lady that knows me, or another lady that goes to church with me, or my best friend, or my sister-in-law, but they don't want other people to know who they shop from. So they like to be included in that private VIP page, because then everyone's not seeing who they shop from. Also, their husbands are not seeing who they shop from and how much they buy. That's the big deal. So, and then what I also do is I have different prizes that I will send people on there for going on there, and they may comment, they may share their post of what they got, and it really helps to keep them engaged. So you can do all kind of things. You can have themed parties in there. You can have everybody dress up. You can give away. You can do pretty much whatever you want to do in there, because it's your platform. It's yours. It belongs to you, and only your customers should be in there. So really, I think I pretty much covered that. I've covered everything I wanted to cover in there. Like I said, one of the really good things is, and you cannot use this as an excuse, is, well, everybody sees Scentsy and there's just so many people that sell it and da-da-da. Well, there's a Dollar General where I'm from every 5 miles. So And when you go by, there's always cars at the Dollar General, no matter what. So they're going to shop somewhere, which whatever's most convenient, which whatever looks the cleanest, which whatever has the cutest things, they're going to shop. My sister-in-law is a consultant. My best friend is a consultant. My next door neighbor is a consultant. My landlord is a consultant. Church member. I mean, there's everybody, you know, is consultants here. Everybody. My director lives like 5 miles from me. So with this VIP page, it really being exclusive can give them a way to shop that they will shop and not be afraid to hurt someone's feelings. So, you know, everybody doesn't have exclusive VIPs, and there's a reason for that. But that's the reason that I do, is the area that I live in and how many consultants that we have here. So that's about it for me.
All right, thank you so much, Tambra. And Risa, I'm going to go ahead and spotlight you, my dear. You're on.
I'm really spotlighted. Hi there, my name is Risa Duff, and I am Star Director of Courageous Superstars. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about a little front loading, a little pre-order, not really pre-order, just high PRV sort of things and how I kind of go about that. The other end of Tambra and what she was saying is my VIP group, which I've had for maybe 8 years, 9 years, isn't exclusive necessarily. I will allow pretty much anybody in there that kind of asks, as long as I can kind of figure out their connection at least. And the reason for that is you just never know when you're going to capture some new customer. So there's different times that it's the whole apple versus pumpkin thing. Like some people like apples, some people like pumpkins. When they see something pumpkin related, they're going to gravitate. When they see something apple related, they'll gravitate. But my whole plan in life is to kind of create engaging posts and kind of create a community in there so people kind of want to go and hang out and see what everybody's talking about and see what everybody's doing. So that is my, I guess, platform for my VIP. As far as pre-orders, as far as any orders, as far as collecting orders, I do a lot of individual orders, and that just kind of has happened. It's just, it takes on a life of its own. But I will say, I absolutely, every single time, will ask them, do you want to put together with a party order? Do you have any friends that maybe want to go in on this? Do you know that if your sister, brother, aunt, sister, whatever orders as well, that maybe you can collect Hostess rewards? So the way I kind of go about that is, whether it's a picture from Scentsy, whether it's a picture someone else made, or a lot of, probably 80% of them are pictures that I make, I'll snap a picture that's not perfect in any way, shape, or form of a bar. And I'll be like, this is delicious, or this is amazing, or whoa, guys, you have to smell this, something. And all it does is start to create the engagement. And then maybe a couple days later, I end up posting something like a 6-pack of bars. I'm echoing. There we go. Is anybody else echoing? Okay. Thanks, Sharon. I'll post a 6-pack of bars or something, and all of a sudden people saw the post from before, and they're like, just give me that. And I might tag people in there, and I might be like, hey, you loved coffee smells. You might want to smell breakfast in bed. Sometimes I'm sending packets to people. Sometimes I'm letting somebody stop by and giving them a cube of something. I kind of will do anything just to create that community. Let's see, what else did I put on here? I almost never say anything like, hey, do you want to buy this? Or anything like that. Like the pictures will kind of speak for themselves. If they're a 6-pack of bars, it's kind of obvious that it's probably what I'm saying to them. So I'll be like, hey, get all the yummy goodies or something. And I don't even say that, actually. I'll just be like, this is the best bundle ever or something. Literally all I'm trying to do is create that community and create like engagement. Sometimes I go in there and I'll post, you know what people love to actually comment on is, hey, this is a picture, like you guys can see the construction happening in the background here. So with that, I'll be like, hey, what color should I paint this? Or do you like this cabinet? Or do you like this versus this? Those are all just engagement posts. That is them building trust in you too. As long as you're showing up on a daily basis, that's the important thing there. preloading, stuff like that, whether it's the NFL warmers, whether it's the holiday collection, whether it's whatever, I start ordering start showcasing it 5 to 10 days early. And then I just start collecting their names. And then a couple days, 3 days before, I start collecting money. Like for example, we're going into October here in a couple of days. So Christmas stuff is going out and I'm trying to collect it all. And whether that's me placing the order for them because it's the middle of the night, I'll do it. Whether it's me reminding them to order the next day, I'll make a note of that and I'll do it. That's where I front load a lot, or I front load orders more than other things. And I'm pre-ordering and I'm getting it all in. I aim for all of my PRV to kind of be done and tidied up by the 15th of the month. Anything that kind of comes in after that, if it has to be put in, I put it in. If it doesn't and it waits, then I wait till the first of the next month. That way I can go strong at the beginning and I can kind of tether down and help team and stuff for the rest of the month. Again, you know, whenever I do end up talking to the people one-on-one through messaging, I will say something to the effect of, do you want to add this? You know, I upsell a lot, that helps a lot too, but I'll be like, instead of getting 3 bars, why don't you just get 6? But I don't even tell people a lot of times that there's a 3-bar option or any other option. I just say they're buy 5, get 1 free. Done. And I just don't give a lot of options with that. And that helps bump your orders from a $17 order to a $30 order. You know, and anytime they're ordering a warmer, you always want to put a bar with it somehow. And so I never even give them the option of 1 bar usually. I kind of just jump straight to the 6-pack. Because the other thing is, usually I kind of always keep a 6-pack of bars on hand as a consumer. That way you don't get nose blind or you don't get sick of a scent or you can change right away. So I'll use all the tricks in the book to kind of tell them that. Let's see if I'm trying to think of, is there anything that any questions on that or anything? Again, the biggest thing is building that community in your VIP group and building the community in general. So when people think of you, they think of your Scentsy girl. That's my thing. Next up, let me look at the list here, is Lucy. I haven't even talked to her in a while.
Hey, Lucy, you're on, my dear.
Hey, everyone. My name is Lucy Lovato. I am Star Director of Team No Limit. Following Tambra and Risa, I'm talking about pre-orders, and just keep this in mind. We are all storytellers. Okay, so I'll get to that in just a second. It wasn't long ago that Scentsy didn't have LTOs, and on our normal catalog season, we never really had products that sold out. Yes, we had holiday brochures and harvest collections that we got ready for, but it wasn't really as popular to where we need to pre-order and plant that little plant and seed inside our customer's head that we're getting ready for this holiday brochure or harvest collection, and let's, you know, get you something pre-ordered if you see something you like. It was just as the brochure launches, we start getting orders, right? Well, Scentsy has experienced hyper growth through this pandemic that we are going through, which is an amazing thing for us Scentsy consultants. We do go through catalogs now, or products in our catalogs that are being sold out. As things come out in the harvest or holiday brochure, things are being sold out. Even our warmer of the month are so freaking popular right now that they're selling out. So during just this year, I've been focusing a lot on my Instagram stories. I've learned to become a great storyteller, and I focus on whatever product is coming out, whether it's the warmer of the month that's coming out. I make sure that I focus 3 to 7 days, and I focus straight on that product, and I'm posting that daily and sharing stories on my Instagram stories that are actually connected to my Facebook stories. So if you do not have an Instagram, you should really think about getting one, because it's been a huge blessing in my business. I know Instagram has been been there for a while, but I was a late bloomer to it. And once I jumped on it these last couple of months, my business has been just taking off with me just telling stories of our products. So I'll focus 3 to 7 days on that product. I collect the money, the funds 3 days prior. You could collect money less than 7 days, then that product is being launched out, just to stay in compliance, just FYI. So I do that, and by the 3rd day, before the 3rd day is, I make sure I have all of their funds collected. That way, when I'm up in the morning, like Risa said, do those extra things for your customer and be willing to wake up early in the morning for a launch, and be willing to go on, just do extra for your customers. So anyone who pre-orders from me, I always send them a thank you packet. And on my Instagram page, I have Linktree, and I have an awesome director in my downline, Star Director, in my downline, who creates these job forms for us. And I just go in there, change my information, put that link onto my Linktree, so that way on my Instagram, they could go on and click there and fill the pre-order form out. You could make that on Canva as well as a landing page and put your link in there from Jotform. And that works wonders. That keeps you all organized, and you know what to order for people. I'm also actually a pen and paper type of girl. So I have this system. Systems are key. If you are like me and you'll forget what happened yesterday or literally 5 minutes ago, this will save your life when it's time to get those orders placed. So I'll put all the customers' name. I'll put how they paid me, whether Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, credit card, cash, whatever, check. Do we still do those these days? The date that they ordered, the pre-order item, if they're local, if I'm going to ship, because when I ship, I need to make sure I charge the shipping fee. If local, it's all good. And the payment. Normally they're not just ordering that product. They will go, order more. They will order a 6-pack. Of course, we always upsell when we're just focusing on that one product, we upsell. So it's never just that amount for that warmer. So that's always good. And then I'll just leave little notes. Like if they're ordering extra, I'll say, see order form. So I'll put the month at the top, and that's just how I deal with that. So when they come in, or when it's time to get up early in the morning, I have that all there, and I know that I need to go in and order this and order that and ship this and ship that. So that keeps me insane. Like I'm just on point on pre-orders. Like they mentioned before, front loading your month. So by the 1st of the month, normally with my warmers of the month that have been coming out, I'm already at $500. Last month I was at $1,000 on the 1st. So yes, we will make sure that we get pre-order these documents to you guys that were on the call. So I'll make sure I upload them somewhere that we can share. But yes, that is all. Make sure you are practicing being a storyteller every single day, because that is what we are. We're sharing our products and we're saying stories, and use Instagram for that. So I am going to send it over to Tambra while she shares parties on the go.
Okay, I'm back. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay. All right. So I've already introduced myself, and this is my 2nd time talking. To any of my people that are on here, they already know this spiel. So, but I'm going to go ahead and show it to you. And this is what I do for a party bag. Okay. Of course, with COVID, it's been a little slow, but it's now starting to pick back up. So this is very simple. What I do is from the Dollar General is I buy insulated tote. Okay. I still tell the people, please do not leave anything in your car. It will melt, yada, yada, yada. I go through the whole spiel of that. It's very simple. Here's your order forms. So they have them right there. Here's the pen. You have it right with you. There, I usually put 2 catalogs in there. Here is what I will put in there, like the monthly specials that we have. I just got this bag back today, actually, from a girl. I will put the join brochure in here in case anyone's interested. And I put about 5 to 6 packs of these in there so they can see. I put our pet products. There are a lot of people who have no idea that we sell pet products, and they're fabulous, fabulous. You can ever get somebody started to buying those, they will continue to buy them. I use these, and this is about the fragrance sprays that go on your body. And then I also will put in there about the cleaning, and you can order all those, or you can print them off yourself. I'm not good at any of the printing of your, doing that for yourself. I used to buy these very expensive bags because I wanted these to look perfect. Okay. Well, they never look perfect. They look perfect when I send it out. They never come back perfect, and people really could care less that they look perfect. This is a Ziploc bag. Okay. So I put all my spice scents in one. Going down the line, like this is holiday, so that kind of makes sense of what to do. I put a lotion in here. I usually try a lotion like this is Luna. I don't know if you can see it good or not, but I put a lotion in here, and I put my tag on everything. My label is on everything. But they can use the lotion. I will put a room spray in here. I also will explain to the people that use the room spray, just spray a couple of times right here in this lid. Smell, be done with it. Do not sit on a toilet and spray in front of you, because I'm not going to pay for you to have hip surgery. And that's what you will be doing when you slide across that floor. So I do tell them that. I do give them that warning. But I want them to know this is a product we have that will help you out in the bathroom. I usually put 1 to 2 bars. This one I put blueberry cheesecake in here. When you first join Scentsy, this is one of the scents that you will fall in love with until you use it to death, and then you will no longer love it. But new people usually love this. So I put blueberry cheesecake in there, and I also put a warmer of one of the bars from the month in there. I will put the car clips in there. I was doing this separate, but since it's the COVID, we really haven't been sending out too many bags, but you can make a separate bag just for these with the pods. You'll go through and check off to see every scent that it comes in. You might not even have every scent, but it doesn't matter if you had 5 or 6 scents. You could just make a bag just out of these, a smaller bag, and make you a bag party. But I send this with them so they can smell it. They can see what the product is. I send a car bar. I send a scent circle. I also bought these little cans at the little Dollar Tree. They're magnetic little tin cans. I put the coffee beans in there, so when they're smelling, they can redo their palettes. There is on our team page, there is a like it, love it, or I guess leave it maybe. That somebody comes up with every season. They'll come up and they'll put all the new scents on there. So, and I usually have that in there. So people can write down if they like bakery scents, if they like the cinnamon, whichever scents they are going for, if they like them, because they'll text you like, well, so-and-so had your bag the other day, and I really like that blue scent. You did? Well, okay, well, there's 12 blue scents. So on that like it, love it, or leave it, whatever it's called, it's a really, really, really a big help to have them. Sharon, you're killing me. I can see you laughing. You're still on the bathroom spray. It is true. It is true. Have y'all ever sprayed this crap in your bathroom on the floor? And then you get up? Girl, you would do a split. You can't do it. Okay, so back to our composure. Anyway, that way too, you'll know if they're a bakery person, or if they are a spice person, or if they are a floral person, and they can keep up with what they like as far as those scents go. But once they become your customer, you will, you'll get the feel of what they like and what they don't like. The best thing that I like about this bag is that I showcase pretty much everything that we have in there. And this will get a host in a real quick minute, because you can say, well, you know, you're doing all that you need to do. So you're hosting this party with, this is all you have is this one bag. So this is all you need. You don't have to act like you, and I don't mean if somebody else works for Pampered Chef, but you know, if you did for Pampered Chef, you got to take all the things to cook and all that. All you need is this bag. Tote this bag with you wherever you go, and you can do the same thing that I do. So you've made a party out of it. You've gotten orders out of it. You have a host going on, and potentially you have a recruit coming on, because if they see that you just simply do this, then that's where you end up getting a lot of recruits. I've probably gotten at least 75% of my recruits from these bags. So, and that's pretty much it with that. It's very simple. And don't forget what not to do with this room spray. But that's it in a nutshell. It's real simple. It works really good.
All right, so I'm just going to shrink myself back to littles. So I'm Jessica Kiss. I'm so excited you guys are here with us tonight. I am the star director of the Daring Scent Stars, and I love Tambra's bag. I'm going to show you, mine is more, I guess, what you would call a pouch party. So it's really simple. You don't have to put all the things in it. And these have been my favorite since I started Scentsy 8 years ago, and I had 2 little babies. I would put them in the car, snack in a movie, and I could just go drop these off, have the people come out and grab them. If you don't have a bag like this or a bag like Tambra, you can literally get 2, I'm turning it backwards because I'm going to show you this in a minute for something else, but 2 brown bags for $1 at the Dollar Tree, and put the same contents that I have in this bag into this bag and start tomorrow. So don't think that you have to have all the things. So this is just from, I think, a full set of testers from the Scentsy store. So I'm going to, she kind of showed you the contents of what you can put in there. I'll kind of show you mine, but I'm going to give you 10-ish tips to make your basket parties or pouch parties, on-the-go parties successful, because you're not having that one-on-one interaction with these people. So there's a few things you can do to just make them a little bit better. So one tip is, I like to put 1 bar of the scent of the month. This is actually for next month's, and 8 little baggies, because there's 8 cubes. And I tell the hostess that the first 8 people who purchase from them, they get to take home 1 cube, but she gets the first one. So I just put some business cards. Mine are always 2 catalogs, 10 order forms. So tip number 2 is going to be, always highlight your order forms. So for the contact information you want. Otherwise, you're going to get a bunch of orders and 0 new customers, because your hostess is not going to try to get these people's contact information. Another tip would be to offer your hostess a free scent circle, and you don't even have to say of your choice. That way, if you have like 5 on hand, you just pick which one you're going to give them, but it's going to cost you $3, and you say, if you can get everyone's contact information in the highlighted field, then I'm going to give you a scent circle as a gift on top of your hostess rewards. And then there's just the testers are in here, right? So going back to this, if you don't have a whole bunch of full sets of testers, then just choose like 6 to 10 testers from each category and go buy 2 bags and make yourself tomorrow 2 on-the-go pouch parties. Okay, so I could stay focused, I made myself a list of, so I've given you a couple tips. Hostess coach these people. So that's a whole nother conversation in itself, you guys, but go learn how to hostess coach and bring that over from other areas in your business and hostess coach these people, connecting with them every couple of days. You can create a Facebook event to go along with your pouch parties so that you're posting your information and they add the people to the Facebook event, just like a Facebook party. Okay, let's see. So make sure that these people have the link from day 1. And so challenge your hostess to get at least say $100 or $200 in orders outside of wherever they're taking it. So if they're taking it to their job, say, okay, well, here's your link. This is like for your grandma, your aunt, your bestie boo who lives somewhere else. Get them to go order before I collect this basket from you on Friday, okay? So, you know, hostess coach, that goes with hostess coaching. Let's see. Okay, so how are you going to get parties from a basket party if you don't have interaction with these people? So something that I like to do, and I don't always do this, but if I need bookings, I will do it, and I will encourage them to get someone else to take the bag. And I will tell them, if you can get someone else to borrow this bag the week after you, I will give you, on top of your hostess rewards, a free mini warmer of your choice. And then I just use the perpetual reward. And I don't buy it until that next person's party, right? So it has to be an active 200 plus party. So that's a way to get some bookings. Be strategic on your dates. Like, something that I feel like a lot of people do is they're afraid to say, okay, well, this is when I'm gonna drop this off and this is when I'm gonna pick it up. But that's exactly what you have to do, because humans need deadlines. So you also want to ask the question, okay, so when's your guys' payday? So like, if they're a person who works, that seems kind of bold, but they're actually really appreciative of that, because I will even say, you know, people like to use their fun money on this. So we want to make sure we do it on the week that it's payday. So I'm going to drop it off to you on like Sunday at their house, Monday morning, whatever works for you. You figure that part out. And then I'm going to pick it up from you on Friday, and we're going to close it out and make sure everybody knows their card is not going to be charged until Friday. So that way, that lets people spend more money. And then here is a huge thing. So your basket party's over and you go to drop the orders off. This kind of goes along with front loading your calendar. When I hand the person the basket party, I'm gonna say, well, I have a holiday brochure, pretend I delivered it a couple weeks ago, you know, a month ago. I have a holiday brochure coming out on October 1st. Do you think your coworkers would want to do this again? And I know their second basket party might not be as high of PRV, but they usually say yes. So my office basket parties are doing like 2 to 4 basket parties a year based on LTOs or whatever brochure is coming out. And I think I had one more thing, but I can't think of what it is. So I guess we will go on to the next person, which is, who is it? Jessica V.
Okay, guys. So I am going to quickly give you a few quick tips. So we talked about online parties, or we talked about parties, right? Sales and how that's going to equivalent to parties. And then, so what I want to tell you right now is I talked earlier to you about the numbers, right? I'm a numbers person. So how do we keep our calendar booked? So earlier, if you listened, we talked about the 48 people, right? So let's say I had 6 bookings and I had 8 people that ordered from each party. That's going to equal 48 possible new people within my network, right? But how do we keep those bookings building up momentum in our business to keep us going for the rest of the season, right? How do we do that? And online, because what I'm talking about is online parties. And especially in the time that we're at right now, right? It's a really funny time. So how are we going to do that? So again, like I said, you're going to hear me say, stop chasing the individual order. And we have to think that we have to book more parties. We're a party plan company. If you're trying to take that out of the equation, you're going to have a difficult time, especially with PRV and bringing new people into your business. Okay, so one thing that I do, this is what I have been doing. I have probably had about anywhere from 20 online parties within the past 2.5 months. And I don't stop at the individual order. When someone goes on, I get a PWS order, that is great, but I need to find a way to utilize that person in my business, right? So when I have a party, I use booking bags. I probably need to find a new booking game because I'm having a lot of the same people book off of the party, which is great. We're going to keep it moving, but so I do this. So I have 3 bags, right? Can't hold them all up. Okay, so these are 3 bags. I literally went to Target, got something that was like, the season, and I show those 3 bags. And this is what I say. I say, okay, guys, so if you want to really help your hostess get extra goodies, because that's what we're here for, right? We're here to help our host. So I have 3 bags over there. I cannot tell you what is in them because of compliance issues. Just can't do that live. But what I want to tell you is, you can claim one of those bags, one of these 3 bags. Now there's only 3 because these 3 are up for grabs. There's only 3. So I highly recommend that you hurry in the comments and post 1, 2, or 3. But the only way you can claim a bag is if you agree to have your own 30-minute online Scent social, just like Ariel did. And then I say, you know, my average party is going to yield our host $75 free and 3 half-price items. That's a lot of Scentsy. And then they're like, okay, well, 1, 2, you know, they start just going in. And I say, if you put 1, 2, or 3, I will immediately message you after we get off of this live, and we will get you squared away, period. I promise you, every single party I've had minimum of 2 parties booked. If you're not doing a booking game, you're missing out, and you're just focused on the individual order, and your business is just going to it's going to stay stagnant. It's not going to build momentum and make it easier for you to have more parties without you having to beg people. That's what I say. Like, I don't want to have to beg people. Like, I don't want to have to say, like, I need a party. No, we're going to make it easier. We're going to treat this as a business, and then we will get business results. So booking bags. Okay, next thing. I don't want you to get caught up on the fluff, because this is what I tell my team all the time. I can tell you all this till you're blue in the face. I can give you every system. I can give you every document to keep track, every system. But if you do not have parties on the books, it makes no sense or no difference. So first and foremost, my action step for you is to do a booking blitz when you get off of here, whether it be your time you craft out just for that, to get 4 parties booked on your books. 4. May seem like a lot for you if you're not doing parties, but guess what? We're building a business. So we need you to go and get 4 parties on your book. Once you get there, I'm a systems person, and I have 10,000 things going on. I can't keep it all up in here. If you're not writing it down, it's going to be difficult for you. I'm just being real. So what I'm going to share with you. So the great thing is we will have a public Google Drive that you will be able to access any of this that you see here. So I have created a basket party checklist, just like the girls talked about. So this is something for you to keep track of. Who's my host? What have I done for the basket? Like the date that I send it. Did I create the party link? Did I do a Google form? Google form is a whole nother training, but you got to get it, okay? Did I send the party pack? Did I host this coach? One of the key points, but did you do it? Did I invite them to my VIP group? Did I get any more bookings from that party? If so, like, who are those people that put 1, 2, or 3, and you write their name down? So all of that is here. You can keep track of it. I also have a Facebook party checklist, so you can keep track of how did I create the banner? Did I do the Google form? Did I create the party link? Did I host this coach? Did I send them a Facebook goodie bag? Did I talk about flipping the party? Did I get more bookings? And what was the total of the party? So this is huge, because I'm going to tell you, if you're not keeping track, you're not running a system. I mean, you're not running a business. You have to have systems to keep it all together. So those things have really, really helped me. And last but not least, all I'm going to say is, I'm not going to talk about it, but Bizly. I think everyone that's on here on the platform that is doing online parties, that has been a eye-opener for us, automation-wise. But again, I don't want you to get overwhelmed. If you don't have 4 parties on your books, you don't even need to go look up Bizly. Get your parties on the books. Once you have a lot, then we can gravitate towards Bizly, because that is an auto posting system. So once you get really, really good at those 2 or 3 parties, you're going to have it like clockwork. So, but go book the parties first. And that is all that I have. Oh, Jen, you are next.
Hi guys, my name is Jen Ramirez. I am the STAR director for Team Scent to Soar. And I love everything that has been shared so far. I do a lot of things different than a lot of these other directors do. Parties are not my thing. I have social anxiety. I am an extreme introvert. Even doing this is really hard for me. So I don't do a lot of personal parties, but the thing that I do is whenever anyone wants to place an order, I try and turn it into a party. So I offer personal shopping links and text parties. So anytime somebody comes to me and says, hey, I need a 6-pack of wax, I'll tell them, all right, cool, my next order isn't for 5 or 6 days. Do you want to try to get orders from your friends and family and get yours for free? So I have this sheet, I'll share it in the Google Drive, but if 8 friends order a 6-pack, then you get your 6-pack for $6, and any warmer that's not licensed for half price. So this I have as a graphic, and so I text it to whoever is ordering and turn them into a hostess. The other thing that I do is the personal shopping link. So along with sending them this, I will set up a personal shopping link for them as well. And when they set up a personal shopping link, I send them a thank you packet. These are just regular number 10 envelopes. It takes 1 regular Forever stamp. And then inside this has this paper printed. And then I have the product sheet. These come in the tear-offs. Depending on what I have at the time. So like this is 4 separate felt samples. I heat seal them. This one has a golden ticket in it. See, it has the leaf. I'll give them an extra half off, which is that perpetual party reward. So they get these 4 felt samples, and then they get whatever stickers I have. And then I do the scent descriptions on the back of those. And then since we just got the cozy cardigan, Scentsy Soak, geez, I did those as well. So you have to print up a label because it is a body product. There is an awesome group on Facebook that does sample labels, and they're great. So they got this, and they got the 4 stickers, and then they got the 4 wax. So they get technically 9 scent samples, and then they get their order form. And then I let them know that they don't have to send any of it back. Just text me back this paper. Take a picture of it, text it. Down at the bottom, when I upload it, you'll be able to see. It says to use another piece of paper for extra orders. Yeah. So, like I said, I don't do a lot of parties, but I turn pretty much all of my individual orders into parties. And then when they send it back, I decide whether or not to try to recruit. So depending on how well the party goes and how excited they are about how their party went, I'll do the whole, dude, like, you could totally put this in yourself, use your host rewards to earn your own kit, and then you get, $80 in commission or whatever it is, if you sign up. So my last 2 recruits this month were from this. They did text parties, and we flipped them. They got their free starter kit, and then they make commission off their order. But yeah, so that's me. I don't do parties. I do text parties, and I do shopping links. But everybody that does it gets one of these, and I love them. I have 20 pre-made. That's my goal every month, is to send out 20. 85% of the time I'll get back, 100, 150 in orders, but then I'll just combine them to get the free shipping if they're local. But then there are the ones that surprise you and do $500, $600, $700, So, like I said, I'll share this graphic because this is what I send for my text parties. And then for the personal shopping link, I can upload like a list of what I put in there if you want. But that is pretty much it. That's how I run my business. Erin, you want to talk about Scentsy Club?
All right, everybody. Well, I will say that I am along the same lines as Jen Ramirez. I have sweaty palms and I'm shaking in my boots because even though we might be 0.02% of the company, it still can be very nerve-wracking to speak in front of people that you've never spoken in front of before. So my name is Erin Fluharty. I am Star Director for Team Exclusively Wickless, family of teams. And I'm going to talk to you about Scentsy Club. And please, please, please ask any questions that y'all have, because that's how we all learn. And we want to know what you all need to hear from us. So Scentsy Club is a newer option for a client. So we can have them as a client, customer, whatever you want to call them. You can have them as a host. You can have them as a recruit, right? So what if you had a client who was purchasing on the regular? Somebody who often spends, let's say they get a 6-pack of ours, that's $30. Well, why not say, did you know that if you spend $30 through Scentsy Club, you get 10% off? Or somebody who might purchase $50 or $60. Maybe if you said, hey, did you know if you spend $10 more on Scentsy Club and you spend a total of $60, you get a 10% off discount plus an item 50% off. So those are two really great perks, right? So the 10% off and the 10% off and the 50% off item. So a lot of people don't know about Scentsy Club, and there's so many things, there's so many ways that you can sell it to a customer of yours. I'm going to talk about a few of those. So if you get started with Scentsy, and maybe you're concerned about your clients, falling in love with a scent that they can't get their hands on after the new catalog has started. So let's say it's, whatever, Eskimo Kiss. So let's say it's the end of this catalog season. That's going to be coming up soon, right? So I know it seems like we just started, but it's coming up soon, right? So the end of the catalog season, you're going to want to make sure you're connecting with anyone who loves those fall and winter scents that are going to go away. Your Eskimo Kiss, Christmas Cottage, any of those scents that are going to retire, they might come back, they might not. We don't always know. Let your clients or customers know that they can put it in their Scentsy Club. In their Scentsy Club, we have a perk of always get my bar. Always get my bar means that if you have at least one bar, most of the time people aren't going to have one bar, but let's just say you add, let's say you add 3 bars of Christmas Cottage and you add 3 bars of Eskimo Kiss. So that's a 6-pack, right? So they would not only get those bars all the time, whenever they want them, because Scentsy's going to keep making those bars, but they'll also get 10% off. And that's across the board all the time, okay? So let your clients know. There's a backstory, you guys. I used to work in sales and events, and that's why I say clients, and I've been given the runaround about that lately. So call them your clients, call them your customers, whatever you prefer. However, anytime you talk to a client of yours about Scentsy Club, letting them know the perks is going to be the easiest way to sell the program. So think of this. What if you were going into every single month and you could guarantee that you're going to have $200, $300, $400 or $500 or more in Scentsy Club orders? So going into December, let's say you started working this month with a client of yours, and then they told somebody, and then they told somebody, and all these people are like, oh my gosh, I want to be a member of Scentsy Club. What does it cost? It doesn't cost anything. It doesn't cost anything. And so many of my clients will ask me, what does it cost? It doesn't cost anything. It's not like Sam's Club. Somebody mentioned a Sam's Club membership. You don't have to pay to shop within Scentsy Club. So within Scentsy Club, it's part of your website. If you're new, go to your website, you click on the Scentsy Club icon at the top. It's going to be right up near where it says your name. And you can click on that and you can learn more about Scentsy Club. And Scentsy Club is a program that Scentsy developed for us in mind, you know, keeping us in mind with the idea of a membership opportunity for our clients. So when your clients come to you and say, oh my gosh, I am in love with coconut lemongrass or black raspberry vanilla or blueberry cheesecake, you know, all of those scents are classic scents that yes, anybody could purchase right now. They could purchase in the next catalog too, you know, as long as Scentsy keeps them around. However, did you know that you can get a brick? A brick is 5.5 bars of wax in one. So that is a huge perk. It's $24 for this brick of wax in Scentsy Club. And guess what? They can actually get that half off. They can get it half off as if they spend their $60, right? You have $60 in, or 60 PRV, right? So you take your 60 PRV and then you get that, and then they'll get the 10% off. They'll also get an item at 50% off, right? So think of it as an upsell, but they're also getting something in return because nobody else that's a client of yours is going to be able to get this perk. Okay, so always get my bar, the bricks, the 50% off item. Okay, another one is whiff boxes. If you guys are familiar with our whiff boxes, for a couple of months in June and July, they were not available to buy on our website. You had to go through Scentsy Club. And what's really cool is our whiff box, which is a whole nother can of worms. You guys got to check it out if you haven't already. The best way to sell it is to sign up for one at least for yourself, one time at least, and check it out, see what's inside. And then you can upsell that as a product that they could get half off. So going back to the PRV, that guaranteed PRV every month, 200 to 500, if not more. Could you imagine going into the month and having that already set for you? It may be the first of the month, it may be the 15th, it depends on what the client wants, but that's a whole nother training in itself of, you know, how often they can sign up for it, you know, and then also being able to choose to skip it. Those are things that you'll want to learn about. But making sure that people understand how much they are appreciated. So get this, the best way to hold on to these people is to treat them like gold. Treat them like gold and let them know that they are appreciated. And make sure that you're letting them know that they have the upper hand, that they have an inside scoop. Make sure that they get your LTOs. Make sure that they have, you know, Amber was talking about her exclusivity on her group. Well, this is all about making sure that people know how special they are because they're a Scentsy Club member. I hope everybody enjoyed that. And next up, we're going to be having personal specials discuss, and Jessica Villarreal is going to go.
Okay. So really quickly, two things. I'm going to give you, we're talking about sales, right? So we need all the ideas for PRV. I'm going to give you one way that I try to do this monthly. But so personal specials, the same way Lucy talked about earlier, about focusing in on one thing, right? Whether that be like one product, one bundle, whatever it may be. I'll be totally honest with you. We have a lot of products and it can overwhelm some people. It really can overwhelm some people. So what I like to do in my VIP group is I like to focus on one product a week. Whether that may be like for the first week, it is definitely intentional and it is warmer of the month. And I promote it that week before so that I can, on day one, try to shoot for $500 in orders. And then it just, you know, continues, whatever it may be. If there's an LTO, it may be that for the week. If it, just the other day, I did a special on one of my favorite products is the mini fan diffuser for your car. And I did a 3-pack of pods. So 29, I'm not going to do the full breakdown, but just so you can get an idea, I did a diffuser fan and I did 3 pods. So that was $29 and $15. After you total that, it's going to be $44 in PRV. And So if you can manipulate it as putting it in as a party. At least 6 will get you a qualifying party. I shot for 10. I actually ended up getting selling 15. So focus in on or hone in on those things that maybe you highlight for a whole week, right? And you really get strategic and intentional, trying to use that as one word. And maybe you post that in your VIP group. You're highlighting it there. You do a live. Maybe you would go live on your personal page just showing how you use the product. And then you go and share the heck out of it in your stories. If you are covering all platforms like that, you're going to get people that are going to want that special. And then you enter it in at the end of the week as a party. I do the 10 bar special as that. Not as frequently. I really try to hone in on that for at least maybe 2 times a year. But those are something that I like to do. And again, it is a personal special, so definitely stay within compliance. Do not post it publicly. It cannot be posted publicly. You can, however, say, this is I created a graphic and I said, this is the deal of the day. Inbox me for the deets. And I left it at that. So that's that. I just want to talk about personal specials. But one thing I want to leave you guys with, because we are wrapping up, I want you guys to understand that every single month you got to be intentional, and you have to have a PRV formula for sales. Like, how are you gonna get your PRV goal that you want? So I've been telling myself I'm gonna create a tracker. Now that I have over 90 people on here, I'm gonna hold myself accountable to create a tracker that maybe we could share with you guys. But basically this is it, like PRV monthly formula. For me, this is my goal. 500 needs to come from my warmer of the month. 500 needs to come from my follow-up. 500 needs to come from my IG and my Facebook stories. 500 needs to come from 2 shopping links that I create. 500 needs to come from 2 basket parties and pouch parties, and then 1,000 from 4 Facebook parties. Now, that may seem like a lot for you. You make it work for you. But guys, you have to have an action step to get off of here. And how are you going to utilize all these tips that these amazing people have given you to go and formulate how much you want for your PRV? I keep on saying, I want to say dollar amount, but PRV for yourself. So that is all I have for you guys. And Jen, you are next.
Me again. Okay, so along with the personal specials, one of the things, I've been a consultant for a little over 10 years. So a lot of my customers have been around with me for a long time. And one personal special that I do once a month, I do it one Thursday every month. It's a Throwback Thursday post. And I'll pick a bundle. Like this last week, I did a 6-pack of wax for $25. In the US, 6-packs used to be $25. The bars used to be $5. And now they're not. So once a month, I'll do a Throwback Thursday. So like I said, with this last week, I did the 6-pack of bars for $25. And like Jessica said, I'm not going to go through all of how to enter it, but using host rewards, it doesn't cost anything out of pocket as long as you get a certain amount. But I've done that with mini warmers. They used to be $15. I've done it with what else? Light bulbs used to be $1. Like just things that used to be a different price. I'll do a Throwback Thursday once a month, just because, like I said, I have am I here? Because I have a lot of customers that have been with me for a long time, and I like to spoil them as much as I can. Also, birthdays. Going back with what Erin was talking about with Scentsy Club, I have happy birthday in my Scentsy Club, a bar. I do 3 bars a month. And my top 3 customers, you can run a report, and my top 3 customers that have a birthday that month will get a bar of happy birthday. Again, it's just spoiling my customers. I'm not requiring anything for it. I just send that out as a happy birthday. With my personal Centiversary is in February, which used to be our 10% off month. And so I was able to do a lot of specials in February. February was my my big fundraising month. I did 40% donations in February for fundraising because I would charge catalog price and we get 10% off and I'd get 30% commission. So I was able to give back 40% for fundraising in February as my Centiversary gift to my customers. But like I said, personal specials are personal specials. You can't share them publicly, so be very careful and compliant with that. I think that's all I got. Jessica Kiss, Realtor Bundles.
Sorry. Okay, so Realtor Bundles and mystery bags can both be personal specials. So I'm actually going to do mystery bundles first. So you pretty much have two options when you're doing mystery bundles. You can either just use stuff that you have on hand that you're wanting to get rid of, or you can decide what you're going to put, kind of like Jessica did with her mini fan and her pods. So you can decide what you're going to put in there and then take pre-orders and let them know that it'll be available in 2 to 3 weeks. So almost all of my packaging always comes from the Dollar Tree. So again, back to these 2 50-cent bags for $1. You can buy them on Amazon, probably much cheaper, but it's just easy for me to go there and do that. These boxes I found at the Dollar Tree this week. And so I have been trying this week to get rid of things from my whiff box that I get through my Scentsy Club, and things that we got in, you know, the kits, the new sales kit for the harvest brochure and whatnot. So again, personal special, if you're going to charge less than what they actually cost, you have to do it in a one-on-one situation. You can't be posting publicly on your Facebook page, but you decide, do you have inventory to get rid of? If you're adding that whiff box as your half price item, like Erin talked about, you can be using some of those contents to make cute mystery bags. And it's a fun way to make your business fun again if you're looking for something, because I get kind of bored and getting crafty makes me happy. So when I feel like bored, because it happens, you know, I do something crafty. So the other thing is you can do to get some PRV, which could be considered a personal special on how you do it, is a realtor's closing gift. So you can get baskets from the Dollar Tree. These little wooden crates are from Hobby Lobby, and you can use, they're $3.99. You can usually use your 40 or 50% off coupon. Sometimes I use the pineapple warmer because it means welcome is what I'm told, or hospitality as it says. So this is a bar of welcome home. And then again, I'm just trying to get rid of this stuff. So sometimes I put a counter cleaner in there because I love it. Sometimes this. So if a realtor is going to buy this for me, people always ask how much I'm going to charge. Just ask the realtor in the beginning, what's your budget? How much do you want to spend per closing gift? And then go from there. You can do mini warmers and get cute little boxes, you know, something like this from the Dollar Tree. It does not have to look like this. You can make it bigger. Some realtors want to spend $100. So you can like put a bottle of wine or something else in there. Like what, you can do it however you want to do it. Sometimes like if they buy 5 at once, so I'll put all 5 together, I'll give them a deal on the 5th one. So they don't know it, but I'm submitting it as a party using the Hostess Rewards. I like to offer them something like this that I would just create in Canva. This printed really big, but typically I would shrink it and I would just washi tape it to the front. My battery is dying. Can you guys still see me? So it would be much smaller and I would tape it to the front, but they like to have their picture. Realtors want their picture on the front. So I can upload that so you guys can steal the wording from it. And then another tip, if you are going to do realtor gifts, is have one on hand, because realtors are really last minute people and they're going to call you like 1 hour before and be like, do you have a closing gift? So I'm going to leave you some closing bundles, closing gifts sold. All right, so who's going to wrap it up with some questions?
All right. Thank you so much, Just Kiss. I appreciate that. You guys have been amazing tonight. So everyone, if we could just give like a little clappy hands to Fallon, Jessica Villarreal, Tambra Blackman, Risa Duff, Lucy, and Jen Ramirez. You guys killed it. Just Kiss, you guys killed it tonight. So we'd like to open it up for questions for just a few. Oh, and Ariel. Oh my gosh, two. Sorry, Ariel. I looked up and there she was. Sorry about that. So if anybody has any questions that haven't been answered in the chat, we'd like to open it up for just 5 minutes. And if you want to unmute yourself and ask your questions, and if you could please, if there's a particular person that you'd like to hear from about your question, we'll give you just a few minutes of awkward silence where you can unmute yourself and ask your questions.
Y'all don't be scared.
I also just wanted to point out that even though we are star directors, we still learn new things from each other every day. And that's why we started this group, is that we have this big idea share. Yeah, I have notes upon notes, and front and back, I didn't grab a full-size piece of paper, which was my first mistake, but I have several little papers that I'm probably going to lose. But I gotta say, there are so many awesome things that I'm excited to implement. But remember what I talked about at the beginning, is that mindset and intentions are great, but you don't want to overwhelm yourself because you cannot do everything. And I don't want you to take that as a challenge. Do not pull a Barney and say, challenge accepted. That's not what this is for. You are, the whole point of this is to get ideas that you can use to grow your business and to implement maybe 3 of them, but master them too. Don't just take these ideas and think, okay, I'm going to do a little bit of everything and then I'm probably going to succeed maybe at one thing. We want you to master, fully master, like 1 to 3 of these things. So what questions do you have? Do you have any specifics besides breakdowns of pricing and stuff? That's something that you can play around with on your workstation. Are there any other questions you have specifically for any of the ladies who spoke on specific topics? And seriously, don't be bashful. We're very fun. We like people. We like new questions too. I wish I had some background music.
I told you there was going to be awkward silence. See, we can't even handle it. Can't handle the silence.
No, I
must fill the silence with sound.
For sure. That is how I live my best life.
Can I say something? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Oh, please, go ahead.
I am Jessica's team, and I just want to say she's really amazing. This whole thing was so amazing. Like, you guys, I took down so many notes. It's just crazy, and I'm super excited. And I was a little iffy about joining today, but Jessica, she's pretty persuasive, and yeah, I'm really excited. So I don't really have questions, but I just wanted to thank you all because this is so helpful. So thank you all so much.
Well, thank you so much for that feedback. We appreciate it, Vanessa. All right, can we call the awkward silence done? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.